I already had it set up. Everything was set up. There was nothing wrong. And then for some reason, I got to go and change it.
I think you got to start the show first and then go and click it.
Yeah, but I had it, the way it was set worked. And I just changed it. Like, okay, it was working fine earlier the way I had it. Now you can barely see my voice moving, and I'm like yelling.
Hey, I'm good. Nice. I have no problem at all.
Like, I'm like yelling into this thing, and the thing's barely registering.
I don't know. I mean, it's not registering much for me either over there, so. But it's not bad on the UV meter over on the board. I don't know, maybe you need to turn the board up. This is the hair of the bay. I have no idea.
I can't turn it up anymore. Everything's up as far as it goes. Like, everything's up.
Yo, bitches. I don't know. Who knows?
Like, as long as people can hear us, you know.
Can you turn it up on Sand Broadcaster?
No, you can't. It's up.
You can't turn it up on the way over there? There's no way to pot it up?
No.
Wow. Can you give us a little game on our channels?
No, everything's turned up. Like, I don't know what else.
There, now that raised it up on the board some, so maybe it's outputting a little more.
How's that working?
I don't know. I hear you. That looks like it gets a lot higher there.
All right.
Maybe just turn down our headphone volume a little bit.
No, I'm freaking deaf. All right.
You're deaf mute.
So, anyways, it is the Plankman. God, now I feel like I'm yelling.
Well, see, turn down the volume on the headphones.
No,
and it won't sound as bad.
No, I'm all right. It's me. I think my gain was way too high. But now I don't even see myself talk. Whatever. I give up.
Well, you pegged the needles there.
I give up. It works. That's all we need to know. Like, I spent like an hour after work getting everything set up, figuring everything out. Everything was working great, and then come in and it doesn't work.
Blanky luck strikes again.
Fucking Sam Broadcaster motherfucker. You got your money. Stop fucking with me. Anyways, it is the Plankman Show live on tapdetroit.com, and the podcast will be up on podbean.com, and we are live on the YouTube over there. I'm pointing there, but it's over there. It's right there.
Yes, it is.
So if you would like to watch this shit show,
you said it, not me.
It's live on the YouTube. And what else? Oh, it's available on SoundCloud for the podcast as well.
Oh, we're now on SoundCloud?
No, but I figure I might as well say it because I'm paying them. You know, they won't give me any more space, but you know, like I don't understand. I've got like 2 shows up there and they're telling me I'm out of space. Like, I'm paying you $9 a month. Why can't I get more space, man?
I don't know. You tell me. Bastards.
So anyways, it's on SoundCloud, it's on freaking Podbean, it's on the YouTube, it's on TuneIn. If you tune in to the TuneIn app, you look up Tap Detroit, we're there.
Yes, we are.
So if you're having technical difficulties, I don't know what to tell you. I'm at a loss because we've given you like 1, 2, 3, 4 different ways to find the show.
Yes, we did.
And usually what I do is with the YouTube there, usually what I do with the YouTube is I only record like a couple segments. And then the rest you're going to have to get somewhere else, you know?
Scary.
So if you like watching on YouTube, that's fine. But I don't get anybody telling me like, why don't you record the whole show? Which I did last week, oddly enough.
You did it one last week, huh?
Yeah. I never stopped, so they probably heard a lot of fuck this and I quit and we're never doing this again. And
damn.
Like it got out of hand last week. But,
I'm glad I wasn't here for seeing that.
well, I mean the week before.
Oh, the week before.
Yeah. 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
My
yeah,
bad.
that was horrendous.
Yeah, last week I just completely said, fuck it, I ain't doing it. I said, I need a break, man. I was stressed out, so I took a week off. So I'm talking like it was last week, but it was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, you confused me for a minute.
No, I took the week off. I said, fuck it.
Fuck it, bitches.
Because I'm debating, I don't know if I should just say this live on the radio or not.
Uh-oh.
You know, this is like something maybe we should discuss off air, but that's never the way things work. So I'll just put it out there.
Shit.
I'm really thinking about just going to the podcast form and not doing it live at all. Like, strictly just podcast. We would record it live, but it would only be available through the podcast. That's what I'm thinking of. Like, we would still record it like maybe Thursday night or whatever, you know, because it seems to work for both of us, you know. But it would not be live. The only way to get it would be through the podcast. It's something I've kicked around.
What would Dan Mark do?
Dan Mark would have to get the podcast. And, you know, we would record it live onto YouTube, you know, so you know, if you really wanted to see it live, you would see it live onto YouTube, but then the podcast would upload the next day, you know.
Oh, you know, it is your show. It's your choice.
I'm just saying, it's something I've thought about. I'm not really sure because, you know, I know we both kind of come from the old school, you know, do it live radio, you know, like, but the way everybody's doing it now is freaking, you know, podcast it, record it live, podcast it, whatever. Nobody does it live anymore. I mean, other than like, you know, your Joe Rogan and, you know, your Eddie Trunk and, you know, people like that, you know. Most everybody else, they record it at their convenience and they just upload it on a certain day, like Wednesday or whatever, you know. And it would make it easier for interviews, I'll tell you that.
Well, you can do the interviews anytime.
Yeah, you can do the interview anytime. You could be like, hey, Planky, I got an interview. They want to do it Saturday. And I could be like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Like, no problem. You know, we don't have to force the, oh, no, we do it Thursday night, you know.
True.
We could be a little more lenient about it, you know. It's just a thought. It's not a definite answer. It's something I kicked around a lot the last couple weeks, especially when we had all the issues in that. I was like, you know what? If we were doing a goddamn podcast, none of this would have happened. None of it.
Well, essentially, it's still a podcast.
Yeah, essentially it is.
You wouldn't hear all the bullshit that happens live.
And let me tell you, I edited a lot of bullshit.
You took a 2.5-hour show. I heard and made it like an hour and 10 minutes.
No, it was like an hour and 50 minutes. I cut it down to like 150, and it was 2.5 hours. So that's how much bullshit was in there that of me just going, fuck this, fuck that, fuck
Yeah, there was quite a few F-bombs dropped that night.
But, you know, we could still put it on the YouTube there. We could, you know, you could watch us record it live, and then the podcast would air, you know, say Friday, you know, because I usually
Monday, Tuesday, happy day.
Yeah, I usually get it in on Friday or Saturday, you know. I mean, it's just a thought, you know. It's nothing concrete right now, you know.
Just the help.
Yeah, it's just something I've thought about because, I mean, not a lot of people are doing the live stuff anymore, really. And, you know, with the podcast, it's so much easier. You just freaking record it, upload it, done. Just put it out there. Like, there you go. It's there. It's done. And we would still put it up on Tap Detroit, you know. Like, I would still do the little blog thing with the podcast on it, you know. So it'd be on Tap Detroit, be on Podbean, SoundCloud if I can ever straighten shit out with them. And who was the other one? Oh, well, TuneIn, we only do it live. But I have to figure out some sort of code or something that they need, and they could do the podcast.
Ooh.
So if I can get that on there, the podcast would be available on TuneIn. Which I
What
just...
about iHeartRadio?
iWho Radio? What do I look like, a millionaire? I ain't no big time radio
You look
station.
like Ted Nugent.
Fuck him. That guy's annoying. Why is it I'm talking, but I see nothing going on? Oh, it's like a delayed reaction, I guess.
Well, there's always a second or so.
But it's just a thought. If anybody has any suggestions, like if you like the live show, let us know. Feel free. You can email me, planky@tapdetroit.com, or you can email music@tapdetroit.com. Either one of those, I usually check eventually.
Post it on our Fachi book.
Yeah, you can go on the Fachi book thing and, say whatever you want, and I kind of put it out there, like, hey, do you guys want 80s music tonight or local and independent? And it looks like it was leaning towards local and independent. So I think that's the way we'll go tonight. Even though before the show started, I played a shitload of 80s music because I was like,
I'm to get the 80s out.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm doing it either way. I don't care.
You're getting 80s whether you like it or not at some point.
Yeah. So if you tuned in before the show, you heard all kinds of 80s music and you heard some local artists. I played Three Phase and Six Prong Paw and 60 Second Crush and
a bunch of them lined up in there, mixed in.
Yeah, I threw a bunch of them in there because I ordered a pizza and I wanted to be able to get the pizza and be back in enough time. And oddly enough, I made it back before 8 o'clock. I was impressed.
Yeah, you were. You were actually here before 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I was impressed. So
I was impressed.
Got my pizza, got the show. So you guys wanted local music, so I guess I should find some local music, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, did I get your... No, I didn't. I didn't even put Ted's flash drive in yet.
No, because you got here just before 8 o'clock. You beat the timer.
Well, I was worried about pizza. I was hungry.
Who gives a shit about my flash drive?
I was hungry, and I was like, obviously I'm not cooking because the kitchen is ripped apart.
So yeah, there's a few things missing in there.
Yeah, and hopefully the stove will be missing. But, yeah, I'm like, I am not cooking tonight. Pizza it is. Pizza. So let's see, what do we got? The Infatuations, that sounds good.
This reminds me of, I think it was the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie when they're all in the sewer going, pizza. Pizza.
We'll play a couple from the Infatuations. Why not? I like them. What else we got?
Well, first name in there, you're talking about local artists.
Yeah, they technically are still local, right?
Well, they're based locally. They may be a big national act that have no time for Planky, but...
it happens. Shit happens.
You got some Ray Street Park and some Underland. They're all local.
Oh, I'll find the good Ava on Ted's flash drive.
Oh, that's right. I was supposed to upload
some other songs. What? We're going to do twofers tonight.
Twofers?
Yeah. It's a twofer Thursday.
Twofer.
So we'll play two from each artist. Just because I made it up right now, and that's what we're going with.
Right.
Like, why not?
If you can do it, then you can.
What'd you say, Ray Street Park?
There might be a couple in there from Ray Street Park.
Yeah, I got all kinds of Ray Street Park.
Or was it the Dying for a Living or something? The one about them. Are they? That's local.
Yeah, they're local. Yeah, we could throw them in there. So where's Ray Street Park? Right there. I will play the King of Everything.
You come with us.
Yes, I do.
Whip that fucker up.
Where is it? Where is it?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I don't have Comatose? Oh. Yeah, let's look in here. How do I not have it?
Yeah, how the hell do you not have that? Out of all the hits of the world and all the songs.
I don't see Ray Street Park in yours.
Well, because you usually have everything. I have Ray Street Park to mine.
Yeah, well, you know.
Are you telling me I need to add Ray Street Park to my jump drive now, too?
I had Comatose somewhere. I don't know what happened.
Somewhere.
What happened? So we'll play a different Ray Street Park somewhere.
Now you're killing me. I was looking forward to that song.
Well, I got more of the new songs, you know.
Yeah, look at that. Try.
Oh, there it is, right there.
Yay!
That's right there.
He's got it. That's a good tune.
I never think of it as a new song because it's been around for so long. I never think of it as a new song, but it's on the King of Everything. So, what else did you say? You said something else.
Dying for a living.
Dying. Yes, Dying for a Living. We know those guys.
Yeah, we saw them live not too long ago, right? Isn't that one that we saw live at the Token? They were playing with something.
Dang it! I only got one song.
Play it twice. No.
We're gonna play this song twice. No, we'll play one from them just because.
Just because you can.
Well, you know what we could do?
I'm listening.
2 of the members of Dying for a Living
Yeah.
are in New Day Revolution.
There you go.
So we could play one from New Day Revolution, and you would get 2 from half of Dying for a Living.
There you go.
That's how I'm gonna work this.
That works. There's some logic to that. We can let the slide.
Yeah, I worked it.
Then you want to see.
I worked it. Like, where's New Day Revolution? Right there. We love New Day Revolution, so yeah, let's play that one. Why not? It's an older one, but whatever.
Wow. So how long's this break?
It's gonna be long enough for me to eat pizza. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. It's long enough to eat a pizza.
Well, there's some good songs here, so you guys might want to turn up that stereo, knowing your neighbors a little bit with this song.
Yeah. The Infatuations, Eva Under Fire, Ray Street Park, Dying for a Living, and New Day Revolution.
I hope you guys all remember that because I won't after this.
Yeah.
They're all good songs. They're all good bands.
So there's the music.
And they're all local Detroit.
We will be gone in the other room getting pizza. And we will come back after this. And there are a few things I would like to discuss.
Uh-oh.
One of them's kind of serious.
You serious?
And it might freak people out.
I'm freaked out that you have something that's serious.
It is deep, man.
Deep.
Like, it's going to make you think. You really got to think about this.
I got to have my thinking cap on.
It's serious. So we'll get to that. And what else? Crap. I had something else I wanted to talk about. I don't know. It'll come to me later. Listen to the music. I'll think of what I was going to talk about. And we'll be back on the Plankman Show live on TuneIn and YouTube and tapdetroit.com. That's some good music right there.
Fuck yeah, dude. Who's this? The Infatuation?
Yeah.
Are they on the music services?
I even told her I'm about to be a big star. She didn't believe it. She laughed and shrugged her shoulders and flexed. Said I was dreaming and said to never call her back. And now she see me on the TV. I know she see me on the covers of the magazine. Cause on my caller ID I see her number there. And every time I do I send it straight to voicemail. Hello, you reached me but I'm busy living it up. You should've wanted me, but I wanted you. Now your body's up. I got a brand new chicken mission with me. Baby, sweetly, baby, listen to me. My voicemail shorty. She keep on calling all day. My voicemail shorty. She keep on calling all the time. And I gave her my voicemail. I told her that I flew a G5 and had a Cinderella slipper just in her side. She didn't believe me. She turned and act like she didn't hear. Said I was dreaming and said don't dial the number again. And now she see me on the TV. I know she see me on the covers of the magazine. Cause on my caller ID I see the number there. Every time I do, I send her a voicemail. Hello, you reach me, but I'm busy living it up. You should've wanted me, but I wanted you. Now you're by the side. I got a brand new chicken and she with me. Baby, sweetly, baby, I'm messing up to be. My voicemail shorty. She keep on calling, baby. My voicemail shorty. She keep on calling all the time. And I give her my voicemail. Shorty, what's going on? All day I'm blowing up my phone. 24/7 I'm hearing your ringtone like this. And I'm hearing from my lady. What's that, baby? Nobody, baby. This who you replacing. She didn't want me when I wanted her. Now she's stressing leaving messages. Tell me that she wanted this. Told me that I was dreaming. Told me my career wouldn't last a whole weekend. And then this. Told me I was lying. Laughed in my face and tears. She was crying. But calm was it? I'm in her sleep. Cause I got scared. So I'm down a little sheep. But you laugh at the hurt when she see me getting money. But I swear it always got funny when I give her that. I always smell shorty. She keep on calling, baby. I always smell shorty. She keep on calling, I always smell shorty. She keep on calling, baby. I always smell shorty. She keep on calling all the time. And I give her my. Give her the. You look way too calm to be in danger. With your little bottle fingers all over me. Did your mama tell you not to talk to strangers? What do you call me? You don't know me like you think you do. No, baby. If you did, then you would see the truth. That girl, I'm a monster. I'm the big bad wolf. Now I'm on your feet and your ambitions just as true. I'm what your mother told you. Beat you up inside. I can tell you're not afraid, but baby, you should run and hide from the monster in the wall. I just love it when a girl like you comes strutting in front of a wolf like me and act like you don't see my teeth. Must be crazy, lost all sense of safety. You know, you got to be more careful, baby. Listen to me. You don't know me like you think you do. No, baby. your mother told you, eat you up inside. You tell you're not afraid, but baby, you should run and hide from the monster in the wall. And didn't your daddy tell you that one day I'd be somewhere? But baby, now I've got you, and you lost your chance to run away from the monster. The girl I'm a big bad profile. Now I'm on your fears and inhibitions, yes, it's true. I'm what your mama told you, eat you up inside. I can tell you're not afraid, baby. You should run and hide. Girl, I'm a monster. I'm a big bad profile. You got all your fears and inhibitions, yes, it's true. I'm what your mama told you, eat you up inside. I can tell you're not afraid, baby. You should run and hide from the monster and the wolf. Holding on today. Just in my heart, can't leave your door instead. Holding on today. How I need you, how I can't breathe, how you love, don't follow me in this world. Just like smile, making more. Oh, that I cannot repay. Your name on that song, where will it stay? It's never done. How I need you, how I can't breathe, how you love, don't follow me in this world. That's why in the way that I can find. Nothing you say will come out right. I am just the flame that's burning bright. When it burns away, I am not alive. I'm down to meet my chosen one. Still on the heat of the sun. Paying for the sins of what you've done. Healing all the crimes of the one you love. Oh, yeah. The King of the brave. Oh, yeah. The King of the brave. It's the way that you were dying. You were chosen, now you're flying. Choking, bleeding, screaming, crawling. We're living a dream, you're falling. It's the way that you were dying. You were chosen, now you're flying. Oh, yeah. The King of the There's no writing on the wall. And I am questioning how you fall. There's no writing on the wall. And I am questioning how you fall. Something's in the way that I can find. Nothing you will say will come out right. I have lit the flame that's burning bright. When it burns away, I am the light. I am the King of the There seems to be no reason for me to
And I forgot how many songs.
I think there's at least 2 more. Or not.
One more.
One more?
One more. I mean, I'm getting drywall everywhere.
I'm Dan, the Superfan, and you're listening to the Plankman Show on SouthDetroit.com.
Oh yeah, that's correct. That was Dan the Superfan, and
He's the man.
Dan's the man, and we're back.
That's right.
That was a whole lot of awesome music, by the way.
Hell yeah, it was. That was fucking bad. Man.
The Infatuations, I love those guys, man.
That's a good groove again.
Yeah, they got an awesome sound. So
should be in the islands.
yeah, I want to go smoke a fatty, and I don't smoke.
Loud around the titties.
No, yeah, we should have played the titties.
Well, there's always another break you can play the titties at, so, you know. This is a local and independent artist group, so we can play them whenever you want.
Yeah, well, there was something that I wanted to discuss a couple weeks ago, and I didn't get to do it because of damn freaking computer.
Stupid computer. Blame it on the computer.
I want to punch in the throat. So we're going to try round 2.
Yeah.
This time, it's going to work.
It's going to work. Sure it is. Ooh, that was cool sound effects.
Hey,
It's working!
you cough with Chinese?
No, I want to talk Dream Theater.
Oh, shit. Damn it, I needed some tissue so I could get away from here and not get sprayed.
I'm pissed off I didn't get to talk Dream Theater 2 weeks ago.
Oh, well, you survived.
Barely.
Hold on. So, talk Dream Theater.
I know that, like, we talked off air a little bit. I know there's a lot of people that are kind of unhappy with this album, and I just freaking love this album, man. Like,
Yeah, it's kind of a polarizing record, I'm finding now. And I don't understand why, because I think it's pretty freaking awesome. Personally.
yeah, I mean, if you're a long-standing Dream Theater fan like myself, it's not your typical Dream Theater, 20-minute long song, 2 CD concept album, It to me, it's a bunch of cool fucking songs, man. Like,
It's much more accessible, I think, song-wise, than a lot of their stuff. Like you said, I think the context of the record itself is maybe a bit more commercial. I hate using that word, but
yeah, I do too with them.
but it really has I don't know, there's a sense of style and emotion on this record that is kind of different than a lot of their other stuff. I mean, it's there's parts of it, like I told you before, there's parts of it where it almost sounds kind of Satriani-ish.
Yeah.
In places, and it's much more emotional, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes you on a trip, man. I mean,
Oh yeah.
not just okay, yeah, this is Dream Theater showing off how technical they can be or how long they can make a song or how awesome they are on their instruments. You know, this is Dream Theater showing that they can write really good, viable, emotional songs that, you know, have a lot of everything. And then, you know, they do that through the whole record, and then you get to the end of it, and they throw Viper King at you. It just kind of comes out of left field like, the fuck is that? Like, you know, that's a completely different song than anything they've ever done before. So, you know, it comes across as almost more Winery Dogs than it does Dream Theater.
Yeah, I can see where you get the Winery kind of at the beginning, but
I'm just saying it's kind of got that feel.
Yeah,
that Winery Dogs have in places.
Yeah,
that's what I'm referring to.
Yeah,
Winery Dogs.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm just like the song that I'm really digging is Pale Blue Dot.
Yeah.
That one really gets me, man, because
that's one of the ones that has him kind of doing almost a Satriani type thing in places.
Yeah.
You know, it has a almost Surfing with the Alien.
Yes.
Satriani.
Yes. That's exactly it. And it's funny because you know, I heard Petrucci in an interview, and he said that you know, he was thinking, like, if you were in outer space, you know, looking down on Earth, you know, what would it would look like a pale blue dot, you know?
Right.
And like, you know, what do, you know, maybe people in other planets, or what, you know, what do they think of us, you know? And it's like, it really makes you think, you know, like, and that's what I love about this band is, you know, they don't just write catchy little hooks and that, you know, they write stuff that makes you think, you know?
Right.
And
well, I mean, they did on this record. I mean, this is like I said, I'm not as big of a Dream Theater fan as you are. But, you know,
I don't
like
think anybody is.
You know, and I always respected them. But this record really connected with me. Like this, and this is a big statement. You'll understand when I say this. This ranks up there for me with some of the stuff like what Evergreen writes.
yeah.
You know how much I love Evergreen. So, you know, this ranks up there with the type of stuff that Evergreen writes. It's got that emotional, charged feel to it that, you know, it takes you on an emotional trip. And that's why I posted when I first heard it. I'm like, damn, this has got me all of my feelings and shit. Yeah, like, I totally didn't expect it at all. And yeah, it's a very, very impressive record. So yeah.
Yeah, I cannot wait for this concert because
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Obviously they're going to play stuff from the new album, but they are also is it 25? They're celebrating 25 years of Scenes from a Memory.
Yeah, something. They're playing like the entire thing.
Yeah. They're doing the entire thing, and what they're doing is when they did it before, they actually had actors on stage acting out the scenes. Well, now what they're going to do is it's all animated and it's on a video screen behind them. So it'll all be animated behind them, which I got to see how, because the animation stuff that they've been doing the past few years at their concerts is really fucking cool. So whoever's in charge of that is doing a badass job.
I've never seen them live, so it's going to be a totally new experience for me.
Oh.
So I'm looking forward to it. And,
Yeah, well, just don't go to the same show that Plunky goes, otherwise you might get sprayed in the face.
I bought him. I bought him a ticket. He's going.
Oh, just make sure you wear a raincoat next to you.
I was gonna say, I got a raincoat.
No, this is the only band that I know of, and maybe you can think of one, but I can't. I don't know too many bands that go out and say, yeah, we're playing all night. It's just us, no opening band. You know.
I know a few. I was looking. I mentioned to you about going to the Steve Hackett show.
Yeah.
And I was looking. He is playing the entire Selling England by the Pound record, along with Spectral Evening and cuts from the new record.
Wow.
So that show is going to be really long. England by the Pound is almost an hour and 20 minutes long.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a long album.
Yeah, so that in and of itself, I mean, that's almost an hour and a half of music by itself. And then, you know, Spectral Mornings, shit, that's a 55-minute record, but it's only 5 songs. You know, each of those songs is like 11 or 12 minutes by themselves. You know, then he's doing shit from the new record. So I'm thinking, shit, he's going to play like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, you know, easily. I'm breaking a sweat. So, I was like, damn, that's going to be, you know, one of those shows I'm going to have to kind of work out beforehand just to build my stamina up to stand there for fucking 2 or 3 hours, you know.
My lazy ass would be in the stands sitting.
Yeah, I know. It was a few years ago. I saw Y&T at the Token, and those guys. Now they had opening.
They're coming back there pretty soon.
Yeah, they had opening bands and all of that, but they literally played for 2.5 hours nonstop. I mean.
Well, shit, they got like 26 records.
Yeah, but I mean, they didn't take breaks. You know, they didn't do the cute little talking in between songs. Just play. I mean, I've never, and I give those guys so much credit. I felt so bad. I was with a buddy of mine, and my back was killing me because I've been standing there for like 2 hours. And I looked at my buddy, you know, and he's like, dude, you all right? I said, my back is fucking killing me. He goes, well, sit down. I said, now, I know this sounds weird, but I feel disrespectful when I sit down at a rock concert. You know?
Hey. There's no...
Well, I feel like I'm disrespecting the band by sitting down, you know? And that's just me, you know?
So if you were at a Phil Collins concert, you would stand the entire time?
I would try to, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm a loser.
I feel like you're.
I sat down at Rush. I sat down at Steve Miller. I sat down at Rob Zombie. The only one I actually stood up for because I had no choice was when I saw Nickelback at Pine Knob because I had hill tickets. I had hill tickets, and the hill was so packed I could do nothing but stand behind the pavilion.
I sit down. It depends on the show. I sit down or I stand, but.
I mean,
there's a few that I've stood through the whole thing, and there's a few that I had to sit down for a while. When I seen Man of War and Jet Boy at Pine Knob, I had to sit down towards the end of Man of War set just because those motherfuckers.
You're making me look bad.
You know, they played like an hour and 45 minutes or something, and it was just going on and on and on, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, like. You know, you've only got like 5 records up. You're playing like 2 hours, like. You know. But I think it was a great show, but I just got tired. Jet Boy, right out of the gate, it was weird because Jet Boy was kind of mismatched. You know, Jet Boy was much more is a hard rock band, and Manowar is much more, you know, kind of the power metal.
I mean, I even set for the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
You'd have to sit for the Grateful Dead. There's another one that, you know.
Yeah, those guys, once they start playing, they...
Oh, such 27 minutes later.
20-minute drum solo in there, too, somewhere.
I got drugged, not to a Grateful Dead show, but but I got drugged by an ex-girlfriend from Grand Rapids. She drugged me to see Fish.
Oh, I've always wanted to see Fish for some reason.
I'm not really a fan of Fish per se, but you know, you do strange things when such and such is on the line.
Extracurricular activities.
And it was one of those things where it was kind of like, on the way home, she's like, "What'd you think?" And I'm like, "Oh, they were okay, you know." Kind of overdid it on the 37.5-minute fucking renditions of Grateful Dead tunes. But like, Jesus Christ, it was like seeing, you know, it was like seeing 6 mini concerts. That's what it was like, you know. So, yeah, I've seen a few bands that were, when we've seen Opus, we've seen Opus, Opus Demovabor, and some other band who I don't remember, but Opus, yeah, very, very long-winded. Especially for that kind of music. And they were, you know, a bit boorish after a while. It was kind of like, all right, yeah, you know, nobody really needs a 22.5-minute black metal song. So, but they were awesome. I don't want to, I'm not slating Opus. I love Opus, but yeah, back in the day, I mean, they tempered it down a lot with the modern stuff, but you know, back in the day, yeah, they were, you know, a bit long-winded. They would do like 6 songs, and it'd be like a 74.5-minute record. And it'd be like, you know, you really need a 22.5-minute black metal song. But that's the thing, but.
Well, I didn't know that The Astonishing, the concept album, the last concept album, the 2 CD album, I did not know that somebody turned it into a book. And they
thought it was based on a book.
No.
They turned it into a book.
No.
Based off a book.
No. What Portnoy, damn it. Petrucci, what John Petrucci came up with, that whole album, somebody took it and turned it into a book, and somebody made a video game of it.
Cool. It reminded me in a lot of places of Dune. Kind of. I mean, it had sort of a similar tone, I think, to Dune from back in the day. Yeah, I know this is probably blasphemy to say. I'm probably going to catch shit from you for saying it. One thing that I hated about that record is that LeBryce did all of the vocals. Like, it really, I mean, it's a good record, and I like it.
Oh, I know what you're saying, because he plays all the characters.
Yeah,
and
would have been an astounding record.
Yeah.
If he would have brought in just 1 or 2 people, like maybe Floor Jansen or somebody to do like a female voice, or Tarja, or you know, somebody just kind of break up the monotony of his voice. You know, I'm not saying go out as far as like what Avantasia does with, you know, 314 singers.
That's all.
But yeah, you know, there's like 1 or 2 other people that could have broke the monotony up a little bit, would have made that just a much better thing, you know.
Yeah,
and I still think it could go back eventually and say, hey, we're going to turn this into an all-out rock opera.
Yeah.
And bring in people to play those characters, and you know, you would have a really outstanding record.
Well, I think that's what they did with Scenes from a Memory, because, you know, they had people acting it out, and you had the one woman singing the vocals. I can't remember the name of the song right now, but it's a really great song, you know. And so I think they already did that. But yeah, I had the same problem too. I was a little confused the first few. I think I even asked you. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is this about? Like, I can't figure out what it's about. You know, like, and usually I
say whenever I listen to it, I get the book that I can listen out and follow along with the lyrics, and you know, that way I know who is supposed to be who. Because otherwise,
yeah.
You lose the story by like the second or third song. You know, you kind of lose who is who and what he's trying to do. And I mean, sometimes that's what sets great rock operas apart. That's what makes, even though it's maddening, and sometimes that's what makes Advantageous so great, is that he does really bring these characters to life through the different singers playing these roles, you know. And the same with like TSO. You know, what makes TSO so great is they use different singers to play the different roles and to convey the different stages in character development, you know, and it works. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a doing theater historian, so.
No, I agree with you, because I had the same problem too. You know, I kept going, like, I didn't realize it was changing character, you know, but I wasn't sitting there with the book, you know, I'm listening to it, you know, just, you know, driving down the road or whatever, you know, and I'm like, so what just happened? like, wait a minute. You know, but I did kind of get the gist of it, you know, that it's about like another planet or something that's all about music, and like music is.
Well, I mean, it kind of has I mean, if you've ever watched the movie Dune or read the books that are associated with the series Dune, it kind of has sort of a similar type of story, you know. So, at least that's what I think from it. I mean, that's kind of what it reminded me of, and trust me, it's not a good thing, it's not a bad thing. Dune is one of those movies that I have a love-hate relationship with. You know, I like it, but it's so fucking long. You know, and I mean, it's literally like 3.5, almost 4 hours long, dude.
Damn.
It's nearly impossible to get through in one sitting. You know, it's like Lord of the Rings on steroids.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
And
no thanks.
It's one of those movies. Visually, it's a beautiful movie. I mean, it's got great acting. It's got Sting and Kyle MacLachlan and, you know, all of these great actors. And the story is amazing, but it's long. You're sitting there like at the 2.5-hour mark, and you're like, you know, oh, how much left? And you hit the fucking pause button, and you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm only 35% of the way through. And it's like, this motherfucker never heard of a miniseries or, you know, like you literally could have turned this damn movie into a miniseries, man. And, again, you know, I'm not taking anything away from it. I love it. It's a really great story and book. And I encourage everybody to read it. They're actually trying to redo it, which I'm kind of, I don't know if I like the idea of that, but, you know, there's no originality in Hollywood, so.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. Magnum PI, let's bring that back. Yeah, okay.
Hey, I will go on record and defend that. I was very skeptical of that guy at first, because he started with Hawaii Five-O, then he brought back MacGyver, and then he brought back Magnum PI.
No.
So I will give I will give Peter Lenkov all the credit in the world. All three of these new series are fucking amazing.
I cannot deal with Higgins being a woman. That's just weird. It's weird.
Badass.
It's weird.
She's a badass now.
It's weird. You know, like.
But you know what? Seriously.
I never thought
really fast.
I never thought I'd say, man, Higgins is hot. You know, that just sounds weird. It sounds weird coming out of my mouth. You know.
But she's a badass. She's like a former SAS.
Oh, I know. I watched like the first 4 or 5 episodes, you know, and because my mom was big into it, you know, so I asked her, you know, I'm like, well, have you watched the new Magnum PI yet? And she's like, no, and I'm like, well, I'm still debating whether or not I like it, you know, like I don't know. It's hard because I'm comparing it to the previous one, and it's not exactly like the previous, you know, like.
The thing is this, and he started with Hawaii Five-0, and I was kind of like, yeah. But Hawaii Five-0 was really, really well done, and he's developed characters on that show that, you know, are even better than the original. So when he did the second one, which was MacGyver, I was kind of like, oh, you can't fuck with MacGyver. You know, MacGyver was the shit, dude. Like, you know, nobody's going to be able to play MacGyver better than Richard Dean Anderson.
Yeah, no shit.
You know, and then they started developing the characters, and they got, you know, George Edis playing Dalton in this one. And so instead of being the sort of fuck-up character like he was in the original, you know, now he's kind of like the badass bodyguard for MacGyver, and MacGyver still kind of the geeky, you know, invent dynamite from bubble gum, bleach, and rice. But one of the cool twists that I saw in that one is right out of the gate, Thornton's character, who was, you know, the head of Phoenix, turned out to be a bad guy, a double agent, like right from the beginning. And she was arrested and put in prison, and they brought in this new chick to play the role. And she's this little person, you know, she's like 3'9", but she, you know, her acting and her character, you know, she plays it like she's 11 foot tall.
Wow.
She's just fucking fearless, and she's funny, and she has all of the best lines. You know, she's constantly bagging on George Edis' character, you know, when he gets into trouble, and, you know, it's really a fun twist on what MacGyver was. And they've kept some of the original, and they've kind of modernized it. So when he announced Magnum, I was kind of like, oh, now you're really done it, because Magnum was fucking iconic, dude. You know, it's Tom stuff. Nobody can play that better. But what they've done is, even though they've changed it, they've kept all of the great iconic props. Still got the Escape, still got the red Ferrari. He's still a Tigers fan. He's still a former Navy SEAL. You know, they still got the same helicopter. They still got Rick and DC and the same kind of roles. So there's a lot of familiarity to the original, but it's been updated, and Higgins is kind of the best part of the whole thing, because, you know, they turned Higgins from this stuffy, short, fat guy into this completely hot, badass former SAS agent. Make the dash, you know.
Yeah, go figure, right?
But I like it. I was very skeptical of that one at first, but it took about 2 episodes, and I was like, you know what, I can roll with this. And now I'm into it. So yeah, I like those 3 seasons. So I said, I give Peter Lenkov a ton of credit. I like to do this, you know, hell of a writer to take on 3 iconic series and redo them at the same time. I mean, that can't be an easy path to take on 3 series at one time. You know, unless you're like Dick Wolf, you know, where you're doing like 365 of them at one time.
And half of them are all the same version, just in a different city.
Do what?
Oh, he's got, well, I mean, you know, like they have all the different Law and Orders now and all the rest of that crap.
Well, he's got
20 different NCISs.
Yeah, I'd say he's got the 3 Chicago shows, the Chicago PD, the Chicago ER, and the Chicago Fire. Then he has the Law and Order SVU. Then he has the FBI show that he just started this year. And they're already doing a spin-off of that. So we're going to have FBI Mindhunter.
I mean, Dick Wolf's been around for eons.
Do what?
Dick Wolf's been around for eons.
But still, dude, to have 6 shows at one time, like, you got to have a hell of a crew behind you to pull that off. Like, that's heavy duty work, bro. To do 6 television series at one time. I mean, you know, I couldn't fathom doing one.
I wouldn't even think of it yet.
In my mind,
Yeah.
I have to sit down and write a new episode every week.
So we can handle to come in here and play music for 2 hours.
Yeah. Imagine me doing a TV show. Forget it.
Yeah. Well, think about what goes into that, bro.
Like I gotta pretend to be happy.
You gotta write the series, you gotta edit the series, you gotta shoot the shit, you gotta edit it and put it all together. You got to deal with the actors and their concerns and
Oh, fuck the actors. They don't like what I say. They're fucking fired.
yeah, I mean, it's crazy, bro. Like, and to do 6 of them at one time and have them all be successful. That's crazy. Like, you know, that's rock star shit to me. Like, shit, I don't even watch all the series, but I give the band major kudos. Like, hey, you know, go out with your bad self, bro. Cause shit, you know something I don't know. So,
Hello, if you're the only game in town, who else are they going to hire?
well, I mean, shit, Aaron Stelling was a bad motherfucker, but even he only did 1 or 2 at a time.
Yeah.
I'm saying something. You know, the dude's got to be rolling his money. I mean, shit, they had 6 shows at one time. You know, they got to be throwing money at dude. So, but yeah.
So on the Dream Theater, Distance Over Time, which song is your favorite?
Let me think here. Let me look. Because I don't even remember all the song titles here.
Out with it.
God damn it, where's the
Because I know I mentioned Pale Blue Dot, which is a personal favorite for me, but there are so many good songs.
I really like Rescue Warrior.
I was gonna say that's a good one right there.
Yeah, I like S2N a lot.
Yeah.
And I really like Fall Into the Light a lot.
Yeah,
Fall
that-
Into the Light has you know, there's something about that song that, you know, it kind of has that where it goes from heavy into like the really quirky emotional guitar solo, and then it comes back out, and you know, one guitar or bass playing on it is really astounding. And that's another thing that stands out in this record, you know, is the rhythm section on this, especially the bass playing, is
Oh, of course.
far and above what has been in other records. Like, you know, I mean, they really, not that they haven't ever been cohesive unit before, but it's like they've stepped up their game as a whole unit on this record. You know, this one doesn't sound like, okay, they recorded this piece and this piece and this piece and this piece and then put it all together. You know, this sounds like they all walked into the studio and it was just one take, bam. You know, and I mean, it was like you know, there's this vibe to this record that really, you know, there's a cohesiveness, I guess.
Yeah.
That was what I'm saying to it that, you know, maybe I didn't recognize in the older records that on this one, you really see it, you know.
Yeah, well, it was funny. S2N there, John Petrucci said that John Young there, he had this really cool bass line going, and they kept going like, man, that's really cool, but they never built a song around it. So
nobody likes the bass player.
So, well, no, just this one, and you know, he kept going like, man, somehow we got to find a way to make that a song, you know? So they finally did, and that is what became S2N. And it's a really awesome song, and it starts out with that awesome bass riff. And it's like, that's what I love about this band is they find a way to get everybody involved, you know, keyboardists, everybody writes, everybody, you know, contributes whatever they contribute, you know. It's really cool the way they do it, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. To me, like I said, there's something about this record that I haven't heard on other records. You know, not saying that they haven't been cohesive or they haven't done this, that, or the other thing on other records. I mean, obviously, Dream Theater, a million fans, you know, and a ton of accolades, and deservedly so. But there's always been just a little bit of a disconnect for me with them. Like, I listen to it and I like it, you know, and I enjoy it, and I give them all the credit in the world to be amazing musicians. But, you know, there's only been one or two records from them that have ever been, okay, I would actually listen to this on a long trip type of record. You know?
Yeah.
So, this is a record that I would listen to every day. I would put on my phone and take with me. And, you know, as I'm scrolling through my phone, this would be one of the first records I would stop at and actually listen to as a record.
Now, is it one of those records that you can listen to all the way through and still have the same thing? Or, I mean, is it also one, though, that you could throw a song in here, a song in there from a mix?
Yeah, it's not a concept album. It is not a concept album. Not at all.
So if you had a playlist, you could just throw in a song here, throw in a song there, and you wouldn't miss anything.
No, it's not a concept album. It's not like, well, if you listen to song 1 and then song 7, you're not going to understand because 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 explain everything. No, this is just an album with a collection of, what is it, 7 or 8 songs? 10. Oh. Yeah, 9. Yeah, Viper King is the bonus. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. And
do we need to knock Mikey down his status there for only knowing that there was like 7 or 8 songs or 10?
No, I got it right here. I just wasn't looking at it. I knew that what they were trying to do was they were trying to have an album that was 60 minutes. And I think if you take Viper King off, it's like, what? Yeah, it's like 58.50 or something, you know, like.
It's like 56 and a half without Viper King. It's like 61 with Viper King. So,
yeah.
I mean, they succeeded on both parts.
Yeah.
For the most part. They wanted a 60-minute record. They missed it by about a minute with the bonus track, but, you know.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, whatever. You know, they what I like about this band is they always try to do something different. They don't try to do the same thing every time.
They did on this.
Yeah.
Martial Warrior, for example, it very much is a Dream Theater style song, but it also isn't a Dream Theater style song. The content of the song and the beginning of the song really is a different sounding kind of song for them, but it has all of the great elements that they're known for.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's one of those songs where you could very easily mistake it for some other project.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, if you're a Dream Theater fan, you can easily say, yeah, that's, you know, John, that's Jordan, that's, Mancini, that's whoever. So it's kind of a cool song that, it really has both elements of that going for him. And,
Yeah.
And it's got a very cool story lyrically to it. I think that's what sets that particular song apart from me. Lyrically, it's a very different kind of song for Dream Theater. It's a very deep song and very meaningful song in the sense of it's very emotional.
Yeah.
So it's not your typical prog style song that a lot of bands would perform. It might be something you hear, I think, more from Bond and Plot than maybe.
Yeah, that's a good one, Vandenplas. I like them, yeah.
They're amazing, but again, the Barstool Warriors, that's sort of what it reminds me of. It's much more Vandenplas than it was Dream Theater, but it has all the great elements of it.
Yeah.
As well, so, they really kind of stepped up out of the box with that one. Like I said, and then again, Viper comes out of left field. You didn't know that was Dream Theater. You could easily mistake that song for, Deep Purple or, the Winery Dogs or even Mr. Big, maybe.
Yeah.
It has that big jammy type of, like if you didn't know, you would think that was something with Billy G in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because it has that just groove that Billy is known for.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I really think it's something that, again, the band could go back and just say, you know what, we don't want to do a prog style record. We just want to do a jam record. We just want to do a good old rock and roll ass record.
Yeah.
And, they could write a record full of songs like Viper King. And people would be like, yeah, it's still Dream Theater, but it's Dream Theater doing,
Well, they
outside of the box.
Yeah, they did that with Train of Thought. That album was basically, they just wanted to make a rock and roll album. They're like, there's no concept, it's just some rockin' ass songs we wanted to make a rock and roll album. That was it, And that's a great album. Oh my God, that's a great album.
I'm gonna have to go back because other than Images and Words and a few others, I'm really not well versed in a lot of their stuff.
Oh yeah, when Dream and Day Unite turned 30 like yesterday or something, and that was the first album, and James LaBrie wasn't even the singer, and that's a great album. Like that's a good one. That is like, the roots of Dream Theater right there, and that's an incredible. I gotta play some damn Dream Theater now. I'm all hyped up now. like,
I think truthfully, most of Dream Theater's music I've probably heard a record maybe like one time. Other than, so that's 2 or 3 records that I've listened to multiple times. The majority of them I've heard like one time, so I'm not super familiar with them. So yeah, I'm not an authority by any means and whatnot, but this one, I've listened to this one. I listened to this one 50 times probably.
Well, you won me over because unlike Planky here, I have a different opinion of Dream Theater. And I get slammed by him every time I mention my favorite Dream Theater song. So I'll have to investigate this album a little bit and see if it lives up to everyone's hype here. Because
maybe I'll play a song off of it. Like
I think you'll like it, dude. Like I said, it's a very different kind of thing for them. And like I said, I'm 50-50 with the band. I like them, I respect them, but again, it's not somebody that I listen to a ton. And if I go through my phone, I'm not like, I'm in a Dream Theater room, I'm going to listen to Dream Theater. I've never been like that. And this is one of those records that, like I said, I would literally be like, yeah, I'm going to play that record.
I think I think what happened to me is the first album stuck with me that had Pull Me Under on it. The album
that was Images and Words. That was not their first album.
Well,
but yes,
same for me.
I know it. It's the first one everybody heard, but
the album that followed that I bought and I was extremely disappointed in, and then because of that, they went off my radar, and now I'm going to have to go back onto the radar here and check out this latest one because it sounds like there may be some revival of good stuff on it. For me,
I think we could play. What can we play here? Untethered Angel or Paralyzed?
Because you guys keep promoting this Viper hit track.
Yeah, well, I don't think they've only released 2 songs, right?
3. Untethered Angel, Paralyzed, and I think the first 3 actually.
Yeah.
Have all been released.
Yeah, Fall Into Light. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know there's a video for one of them, right?
Yeah, I think it's Paralyzed.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think. Yeah, animated. They're real big into that animated stuff right now, and it's really cool. I'm not knocking it at all. It's really cool what they do, and I don't know who they've got doing it, but whoever's doing it is fucking badass at what they do.
I don't know. There's a couple former big stars that are really big into it now. It's Ross Elliott, the one who used to play for Slaughter. He's got a company now.
Yeah.
And
maybe he's the one.
He does. Do what?
I said maybe he's the one. I don't know.
I know Glaz's company actually does all of the Blue Man Group stuff.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, so I mean his company is, very capable. And they do like Vegas style stuff, but one of their biggest clients is Blue Man Group. Glaz actually plays the Blue Man Group sometimes.
Jesus Christ.
So
you could have not told me. You should have not told me that. I love Bloss Ellis. Now I'm like, really, Bloss?
Identity.
Like why?
That last record Slaughter did that he was on, that really weird one, that kind of psychedelic one. He did all the artwork for that, and they did all the little DVD that come with it and all that, with the videos and shit.
Yeah.
All of that. That was kind of when he realized, hey, I could make money off of this. And, he stepped away from the group. That's when Zoltan took over and all that.
Oh, yeah.
All that. And, Zoltan is, if you've never seen that dude, he's a fucking show unto himself.
Yeah, he's insane.
Yeah, he's a fucking man.
I mean, why?
I don't know how the fuck he can do the shit he does.
Yeah.
Fucking stay on time.
Yeah, like why watch the rest of the band? Just watch that guy.
But I'm saying, the shit that he does, and he stays on time.
Yeah, he doesn't fuck up. He does not fuck up. I'll give him credit, because if it was me, I'd fuck up left and right.
I'm saying, it's like a fucking taekwondo demonstration while he's fucking playing drums,
It's insane. It's insane.
How does he do that? But, all right, I'll shut up. I'll let you play.
We'll play Paralyzed so Ted can get a feel for what's going on here.
Introduce me to this.
And then we'll play some other songs so Ted can get a feel of Dream Theater.
No, just when Awake came out, Awake was such a disappointment to me that
Shut your mouth. Awake was awesome.
Well, musically it was awesome. It didn't connect with me.
All right, we're gonna play some music here.
I'm gonna get a beating. I'm gonna have drumsticks.
Thanks, CJ. I'm glad we finally figured this out so I could get this in.
Awesome. Talk to y'all later.
All right, take it easy.
Take it easy, CJ.
All right, that's that. Now let's see if I can figure out.
Dump the other room before you pick up your drum set and throw it at me here.
No, you're just gonna get an edumacation. That's all. A Dream Theater edumacation.
You're gonna time in the chair and force me to listen.
And if anybody from Dream Theater happens to be listening, I'd love to have you on the show.
You probably know more about Dream Theater than Dream Theater knows about Dream Theater.
Not really, but
I don't know the way you talk about them.
They're the greatest band ever. John Petrucci went to throw me a pick at the Fillmore or whatever it is now. And I went to catch it and I missed it. And he started laughing. And then he leaned over and he literally he goes, here. And I'm like, now that's fucking bad. I gotta look. I got that pic somewhere.
That's funny. That's
so let's see if this will work. We're gonna try it off of my phone here and see what happens. If my phone will even work. I don't know what's going on with my phone right now. Like, it says that it wants to play.
It's thinking about playing.
It's like thinking about it. It's spinning around and around and around. Like,
maybe that song's not released yet.
No, I've got it. I don't know what's going on with my freaking Wi-Fi here. Maybe if I turn the Wi-Fi off, let's see what happens. No internet connection.
No shit.
No, I got Wi-Fi, dude. Shut up.
It doesn't like you today. See, that's what happens. You get the phone lines working, and the other part of the system goes down now because it can't.
No, this is my cell phone. It should be working off my 4G. And it's just spinning round and around and around and around.
Sounds like the basis for an Underman song.
Come on.
Round and round.
Like, it's got the logo in there now.
Close out the app and try to reload it and see what happens. Maybe it will work better that way.
Let's try that.
Try refreshing it. Because sometimes it, like that you just had it on pause for a long time. Who knows? Maybe Amazon's down.
Oh, Amazon's never down. Trust me. I had it all queued up and ready to go. And
well, that's probably what happened. You probably put on a little too much. You wanted to play.
Like, I swear to God, if I got to bring the damn... What do you call it?
That looks like you made it a little farther.
Come on, play.
Oh, there's a picture. That's better. Oh, I hear something. There we go.
There we go. I can't do it.
All your eyes have ever seen.
All right, there.
That's from.
All you've
Not bad.
ever
This is from Scenes from a Memory Part 2.
touched upon my
And then you get Pull Me Under in there.
Oh, you don't have to play Pull Me Under.
I wanted to, so I did.